Welcome to the Countdown Analysis for today, the 14th of October 2024. We're excited to have you on here for today's market follow, brought to you by your Value Broker team and powered by your favorite broker, our favorite broker, Opta. Today, we're going to be starting our analysis with an outlook on the dollar index, and we'll see to check the foreign currency starting off with Euro USD and USD. Then we're going to analyze gold against the dollar, followed by the analysis of the yen basket and yen related currency pairs. We're going to be starting down straight with the dollar index. So before we do so, we want to make sure that you're sharing this meeting or the link to this meeting or the link to the market follow with as many people as possible. Share with your friendship, your loved ones, family members, those who you know have interest in forex or have trading related interests. So make sure you share it to them, and we're going to proceed with the analysis this morning. Good morning to everyone who is right here on the live call. Bola Chisholm, good morning to you. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Dominion, G Crown, Joseph, Martin, Moyo, and every other person who's going to join or who's joining us via the playback sessions on YouTube. Straight up to the analysis on gold. Dollar index. We're having a bit of a dollar-related news this morning, which is the bank holiday. And in this kind of period, we usually expect low volatility in the market whenever we're having holidays in regions like the US. And apart from the US, we also have holidays in Japan. That is going to affect the currency pairs that are dollar-related and the yen-related currency pairs. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the news related for this week that we're going to be anticipating. I hope you can see my screen. Yes, I believe you can see my screen. So we're going to be looking at news releases first off before we dive into what we expect to happen for this week, today being Monday. All right, first off, like I said earlier, Japanese bank holiday. We have the Canadian bank holiday and US bank holiday all happening today. So no volatility is expected. Then we're going to be having climate change for the GDP. We're going to be having CPI for Canada and CPI for New Zealand afterwards on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we have CPI for GDP. We have unemployment change. This is kind of the NFP for the Australian side of and then we have European financing rate, which is the interest rate for the euros. Now, for the European side of things, we've been hearing many rumors of interest rate cuts. Like we checked back on previous month, we had the first interest rate cut some months ago when they cut down by 25 basis points from 4.50 to 4.25. Currently, we're still expecting about 50 basis points cut in interest rate. So let's see how that will play out. As usual, we're going to give you an analysis on that on Thursday or on Monday, on Friday morning. Then we're going to be having if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, kindly share in the chat box that you can see my screen. Okay, thank you very much. That means my screen has been shared all the time. So if you want to see my screen, then just hold on, maybe select issues in my screen. Some people are saying they can't see my screen, some are saying they can't see my screen. All right, so you're going to be having my screen right there and the shared board. All right, so thank you. Sorry for that. We're back, and then we're saying we're just giving a breakdown of those releases we're expecting for this week. We said we're expecting Canadian CPI, New Zealand CPI on Tuesday. We're having GDP CPI on Wednesday, and then we're having Australian employment and unemployment rate change. And then we're expecting monetary policy from Europe. The Eurozone, we're expecting them to release their interest rate this week on Thursday the 17th. And we're expecting an interest rate cut because that is the trajectory that they've been on since the beginning of last quarter. They reduced by 25 basis points last quarter. This quarter, we're looking at 50 basis points or 100 basis points in total. They can do maybe 50-50 or 25-25 as the months go on. So that's what we're expecting on Thursday. And also for the US side, we're expecting retail sales, foreign retail sales, and unemployment. And the unemployment is really news for the US. So that is expected on Thursday, and then on Friday we're expecting retail sales from GDP. So major news we're expecting this week is interest rate release from Europe. But for today, we are having bank holiday in Canada, bank holiday in US, bank holiday in Japan. So we're expecting more volatility in the markets during this period. Okay. All right. So next up, let's move straight to the analysis from the day, starting off with dollar index. Now, dollar index, we're looking at it from some group that will be showing you something like what we have here. Right, this is the better view of the dollar index. Now, the dollar index has expanded so wide in the past couple of days. We've seen moves from the United States that is indication of a stronger dollar, and we've seen that play out on the dollar index, and we're trying to remain on the dollar index. But then with this expansion comes a retracement. And one thing about this kind of retracement is that you don't know the exact time this retracement is going to happen. So we're going to be using technical analysis, pure market structure to know when this retracement is going to start. And by that, we're looking at 4 hour, 1 hour time frame to see when there is a break of structure to the downside, short term, and then we take those shots to wherever from the from the sell, and then we take pricing from there. Looking at this current, we've not seen any lower than 80% yet. So you might not be taking those buys, those buys or those sales as it stands. So we're just going to wait and see what's going to happen on the dollar index. But if for any reason we start to trade, one of my targets, like I said, is to this level. I'm looking to see if I trade into this level, and then we'll try it back because around the whole of this level, there are lots and lots of points of interest around there. There are blue highs, the breakout block right there. So around this level, I want to see the dollar index take. You can see my chart.
You can see the chart. No problem. No problem. It is. It's all. They can't see it. Just from the house, it's over there. It's charted on others. CJ, continue.
Let's go. All right, all right. Sorry for that interruption. We just wanted to be sure that everyone is on board as we proceed, so we don't have to go ahead and then come back to repeat ourselves. So still on the Dixie, we're expecting the Dixie to retrace to this level if at all any retracement starts to happen. And for that retracement to start happening, we would need to look at the 4 hour time frame clearly. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame. We've seen that the Dixie is still far away from where we expect it to reach, which is somewhere around here. So there's still room for more buys on the Dixie going forward. But currently, we would need to see a retracement of the Dixie into some of these places that we've marked out right here. And for that to happen, we're looking out for break of structure around here. If you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, it becomes much more clearer why we're drawing out that level. So this is the range that price has been in the past 3 days now, and we want to see it break out of this range and then break this low to the downside before we start selling. But if it doesn't do that, then we'll just be buying inside of this range. Anytime price is at a discount level, we'll take buys. Anytime it's at a discount level, we'll take buys until price breaks this low to the downside.
before we start looking out for sales all the way to this level. But for today, like I said earlier, we're going to be seeing lower volumes in the dollar because retailers are going to be full in the market since it's a bank holiday. We're going to be seeing unclear directions on the market for this period until tomorrow when normal volumes are going to resume in the market and banks are going to be open by then. So this is for the dollar. The stock in this range, once it break out of this low and then trade all the way here. If it doesn't do that, any retracement we're going to be taking buys from it. Now on Euro USD, seeing that there is a bank holiday already in the dollar, we'll still be seeing some moves on Euro USD, but then you should always have it in mind that these moves are not the main moves of the market. So it's best to avoid this kind of moves or this kind of trading days and wait for proper volumes to resume the market so that if you're right, you'll be seeing clear moves. If you're wrong, you're going to be seeing it clearly and you know what next to do. So for Euro USD, like I also said on the dollar, we're expecting some retracement on Euro USD somewhere into premium so that we can continuously sell it to the downside. One of my targets for Euro USD sell is this level right here. And I've been expecting Euro USD to trade into this level. Yeah, so I've been expecting Euro USD to trade into this level. So until it does so, we'll be looking out for sales. If it buys and breaks structure all the way here, then we'll look out for sales to the downside. So if you see it on the 1 hour time frame, we've not seen any break of structure yet on Euro USD because the last structure we want to see broken is this level right here. Until price breaks this level here, we'll be looking out for sell opportunities on Euro USD. If it breaks here, then we'll be looking to buy it all the way to this level. If not, at any sign of price in premium of it, taking a buy. For instance, you can see a range right here. We're taking a sell rather. You can see this range right here. Clearly, it has started retracing during the period that price is stuck in this range. If I see it somewhere around 50, 61 or 78.6 level, I'll take sales to the downside. So by that, I mean, I'm looking out to see price trade into around here, and then I'll take sales. Until price breaks this high, then I'll be looking for buys all the way to this liquidity point and to this upside around 1.10000 price point. Okay, so this is what I'm looking out for on Euro USD. Either I sell from here, right here, to the downside, or if price continues to buy and keep violating the sells, then I'll be waiting for it to break the structure and then I'll buy it all the way to the upside. Okay, so today is a bank holiday, so in this kind of periods, we apply extra caution when taking trades. That's why you're not seeing us giving clear-cut direction for today. But overall, we've given you the direction that we're expecting. Euro USD, like I said, on the daily time frame, we're expecting it to retrace and then continuously sell. On daily time frames, on a clear sell trend. Dixie is on a clear buy trend on the daily time frame. But then for intraday buyers, we're keeping it short, we're keeping it small, so don't over expect and then the market under delivers on what to expect. Okay, now for GBP USD, it's very similar to what we have on Euro USD, where we want to see price level here. We start looking for, before doing so, let's look at the daily time frame of USD. On the daily time frame of GBP USD, there is still a level that we're expecting price to break before we continuously look for sales, because others has broken those levels, GBP USD has not. So this is the level right here. We're expecting to break it before we start to the downside for this guy. But until then, we'll keep trading within this current range that GBP USD has created. Now let's look at it on the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, it has created a very wide range all the way from here to this level. For us to take on this retracement, if at all the retracement is going to happen, we want to see price break this level here. Okay, we want to see price break this high. On 1-hour time frame, it's very much clearer. Once price breaks this high, then we'll be looking forward to some retracement on GBP USD, possibly to cover up all the imbalances that were created on its way to the downside. And then from there, we'll start going short on GBP USD. Okay, so this is what we're expecting on GBP USD today. But then looking at it inside of this range, like I did on Euro USD, we had to look at smaller range so that in case you're having itchy fingers and looking for where to trade today, you can take these little positions, but I can tell you for sure that they are not going to deliver as much as when we have more volumes in the market. So if you're looking at GBP right now, this is the level where it has gotten to, and like we did on the 1 hour time frame, it has gotten to some premium level, and it's in a good place to just sell all the way to this downside to grab all this liquidity residing right here, the double lows all the way here. So this is what we're expecting on GBP USD. Okay, so you can just take short sales to these levels, and then that will be all for the day. Or you can just keep scalping. So if you're looking to scalp, this is a good place to scalp GBP USD from all the way to the downside. Okay, so I hope this is very much clear to everyone. Okay. So if you have any question at this stage, please feel free to send us a message and ask your question so that we can answer your questions before we proceed. Okay, so I hope this analysis is clear to everyone, and I hope everyone now has a very clear-cut direction on where they expect the market to go to. Thank you very much, Moyo. Thank you, G Crown, for your feedback. It shows that you're paying attention and everything is going on. Thank you, Drexy. All right, so right about now, we're going to go on a very short break, very short break. And okay, let me check this question. Just talking about break or structure, do you consider body of the candle? Or so for break or structure, we consider the body of the candle, the body candle close. So we don't just want to see the candle trade above this level. This is the structure that I think you're referring to. We don't just want to see a wick above it. We want to see the full body candle close above it, just like we had in this case here, right here. Some people would have seen this as a break or structure, but this is not a break or structure. Instead, this is just a liquidity hunt. And afterwards, you can see what price did later on. So in break or structure, we want to see full body candle close below those levels, just like we have in this other instance here. So if you look at this instance very closely, you see that the candle close right below, not this candle, the next candle close right below it to show a break of structure. So this is where the break of structure happened. Okay, so there are many more examples that you can look out for like that. But whenever you see a week like this, just take out this kind of low, then break of structure has not happened until we see full body candle close above or below that particular structure that we are drawing out before we consider that as a break of structure. So we're going to go on a very short break for about 40 seconds. And when we return, we're going to continue our analysis looking at gold, the yen basket, GBP, JPY, and Euro JPY. So stay tuned, and we'll continue the analysis shortly.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Market Follow brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team and powered by our preferred broker, Opta. That's a very deep insight from CJ, right from the dollar analysis to the other dollar correlated here. So right about now, we are going to be going straightly into the analysis of the precious metal. And from there, we are going to take a flight to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket and the other yen correlated pairs. So stay tuned as we move into the analysis. I want to believe you all can hear me loud and clear, and you can also see my chat. Just let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear, and you can also see my screen here. All right. All right, thank you. So a quick one to the precious metal, what has been going on the precious metal chart. Now let's quickly look at it even from the monthly time frame, as we've always established the fact that the precious metal right now is very much bullish. And if you look at the prices of the safe haven, it happens to be the most preferred currently. And like we've always said, for the past few months now, we've been seeking all-time high, all-time high. But few weeks ago, for the past 3 weeks, it's been sitting in a range of which we don't know exactly where it's heading to. But looking at the technical analysis, we see out some markup where we want price to get to, and from there, we can easily begin to follow it up, and it is going to go up actually, and it is coming down to, we have markups there for that. So let's move to the daily time frame. After establishing the fact that on the weekly time frame we've been very bullish, and right now it seems like price is talking inside of this range that we are seeing on the weekly time frame. But if you look at it on the daily time frame, the same thing is almost happening on the daily time frame. We see that after price created this all-time high, you can see how it's struggling to come down. But sometimes last week on Thursday, we see the bullish momentum again in the market all the way to the upside. And at the opening of this market, we see how that price did a little bit retracement to the downside and push up again. However, our analysis, if you receive the mail on the precious metal, still remains that this week we want to see it rally a bit to the upside where we have our markup here. There's actually some POIs around this level where we back here. So we are going to go to the lower time frame to see it much more clearly. And after price gets there, we want to see it, tank a little bit into this daily order block that we have here. And at the same time, there's the false pattern inside of this zone, which we are going to see on the lower time frame. So let's check the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we expect price to clear liquidity at this level here. We expect price to clear all liquidities at this level here. So we've actually drawn this since 30th of September. So we are going to move it all the way back here again. This is what we are expecting this week, that price should still come all the way to this high. And when it gets here, there is some reference point inside of this place which we are going to see on the lower time frame. And when price gets there, we expect it to sell off a bit all the way into, you can see the shoulder pattern inside here, how that price can sweep liquidity somewhere around here and break all the way to the upside. So we are expecting price to at least retrace back all the way into this shoulder level. And seated inside the shoulder level, there is the other block. Now, many people, someone told me some weeks ago that when he sees this particular candle here, he thinks maybe the Sunday candle, like he called it. But I said, look at the date very well. It's on the Wednesday. Meaning this price action that you are seeing here happening during the weekday, which means that particular day there was a big struggle and tussle between buyers and sellers. And on Thursday, we see the following day, which is a Thursday, we see how buyers took over, which means when price is coming back down, we are going to see those who actually defend price here are still very much there. So the others you see defend price all the way back up. So this week, this is what we're expecting for the precious metal. We want it to rally a bit to this level here, and then we can now begin to see the sell-off into this 4-hour shoulder level. Now let's take a look at it on 1-hour time frame. If we are going to see that level at the top much more clearly. Now, if you look at that level at the top, we expect price to still come and clear liquidity around this place. But if you go to your lower time frame, we we are going to see some POIs inside of this place, which I'm going to do right from the 15-minute time frame. Great. Now, if you look at it from the 15-minute time frame, you can see clearly what and why we picked that level. That's where we are still expecting price to come to. And when price get there, we expect some level of price reaction around that level. You can see what happens there. So there's liquidity right at the top here. And you can see price, there's another block inside there. And immediately below the order block, you can see the IFPD there, fair value gap to the right and left. You can see there. So that is the level we mark there and the order block at the top, which means when price comes back into that level, all we need to do is just look for opportunity to short around that level when price gets there. That's the level inside here. So all we are expecting this week is that price should come all the way into this level that we have here. And if it butts all the way to that level, then we can easily follow it to the downside. So that's our outlook for the precious metal this week. And as CJ already said that because of the bank holidays, we may see some level of, little or less liquidity today. And at the same time, we should also expect some level of manipulation on the precious metal. That has always been the trend. Whenever there's bank holiday like that, we see some level of manipulation. You can just see all of a sudden some whipsaw in and out, and just because there is a bank holiday, you can see those funny price actions. So these are what we are looking out for the week on the precious metal. We expect price to rally all the way back into this POI, then you can easily short it down into this level. However, if price came here first, then that means we are looking for buy opportunity mutually. Where we are buying from this level to the upside, or if it comes there, we are selling from this level to the downside. But in between, I would advise you stay out and watch price get to extreme edge as your POI for you to trade. All right. So let's quickly take a look to Japan and see what is happening on the yen basket. Right from the weekly time frame, we've seen what we have on the yen basket, how that price has after the bull run that we see here, price has been pushing to the downside a bit, but not with full momentum. And we expect that when price gets to this split zone here, we expect it to rally back up. But if price gets to this split zone, there's still a reference point below that split zone there that may still call price a little bit down, which we are going to see on the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, this is it here. You can see the daily order block right around below the split zone that we have there. So we expect the yen basket to still, pull back a little bit more. And when it gets here, gathers momentum, then you can follow it all the way to the upside. Knowing fully well where we are still coming on the weekly time frame, which is this weekly order block that we have at this top here. So that is going to be the move. And I won't be surprised if after price does this and it just move all the way here. So it may be a normal thing for price to do. Like we've seen this happen back to back for like 2-3 weeks. You can see how price moves 1, 2, 3. Look at these 3 consecutive candles. Even though this just gets up and go back to bit, but we can still see the same thing happen here again. So that's a normal move for the yen basket. So this is what we are looking at for on the daily time frame for the yen basket. Also, if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, we are going to observe that price has just been ranking downside. So we've not seen a market structure shift from the 4-hour time frame. And what we still expect to see on the 4-hour time frame is price should come all the way and tap into this level that we mark here. So if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, that particular price action, that level we mark from the daily time frame, we are going to observe this is it here. And you can see below here is also an IFPD that we expect price to pick up into. And something looking like a box pattern we have there too. So we expect that price still has tendency of coming all the way down here on the 4-hour time frame. As we all can see, this is the shoulder. We can see the sweep of that liquidity there. How that price traded with the clear liquidity tapped into the 4-hour order block, and we see that bullish momentum all the way to the upside. So you can still see price, pull back more into this area here. Like we all know that when price leave a price action like this behind and runs to the upside, it's telling us a story how that there's the high tendency for it to come back a little bit more, tap into that level, gather more orders, and begin to rally all the way to the upside. So that is for the yen basket for the week. That's our outlook for the yen basket this week. Now, the other yen corrected pairs, if that's what we're expecting for the yen basket this week, what should we be looking out for on the other yen corrected pairs? Because we expect price to retrace a bit into this level, then we can easily follow through to the upside. The inverse is what we should look out for on pairs like GJ. You can see all we marked since last week, price has just been stalking in that range, and we expect we have similar price action happening on GJ too. So we expect price to rally a bit more into this level for GJ. Price should rally a bit more into this level, and we can easily follow through. You can see how that price has not gotten it. So if the yen basket is tanking, we expect it to rally a bit into this video that block. And when we begin to see price action, market structure shift inside this level, can easily follow through for GT. And if we begin to follow through, where are we coming to? This is where we are coming to. We think that market structure has really shifted to the downside. So we are just, all this is just more like the retracement pullback, and we can easily follow through to this place. This is where we expect GJ to sell into around the 168, 169 level, then we can 170 level, and we can from there now begin to look for opportunity to buy up again. So that is for GJ on the daily time frame. And if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame too, you have similar price action happening there too. See now, just similar thing happening there. So that is the same thing we are still expecting, how that price should still push all the way into the POI that we already marked out here. So if we look at it and trace that level to the previous price action, you are going to see the same thing happen there. You can see it now, how that price has not been tapped into this level. And just above it, we have something more like a cost strategy too. You can see how price cleared this high, look forcefully to the downside, and this is a shoulder here. So we can easily still wait and allow price to trade into that level moving forward. So that is what we are still looking out for the JPY. And if you look at it on the lower time frame, like 1 hour, we are going to observe what exactly do we have to see. On the 1 hour time frame, all we are seeing is price is itching to the upside. Even though we may say that like it's coming back down, but you still see where we are still expecting the other drivers of this year, which is the yen basket, where we are still expecting it to get. So if the yen basket is going to appeal high, then we expect it to long all the way to the upside. Now the current trade, which is for today, do we have any trade right now for today for the JPY? The trade we had was on Friday, which was this particular sell that we have here, even though it's not a full momentum, but we see our price pull back to the downside here. So this is our shoulder within our sweep between the possible break, and our price comes back, take out liquidity around this level, and begin to sell. But it's not with full momentum, because price still has a level where it's seeking right from the daily time frame at the top here. So we should look out for that, how price will get here. And when price gets to this POI, then we should go to our lower time frame and observe the market structure shift, of which we can easily follow it to the downside. All right, now a quick one to AUD/JPY as we round up for today's market analysis. Now, like we all know that they are going to have almost a similar price action, and because we still have the pullback of the yen basket, which we are still expecting, and AUD/JPY already get its own POI, and like we said last week, that means we may see AUD/JPY just range within this level, and at the same time, maybe if we just do something like this, you may just see price do something like this, of which this high may be protected. So we see price just do something like this, then begin to move to the downside as we expect it to go, right? So that is going to be the outlook for AUD/JPY. Now we are going to see more of a ranging market for AUD/JPY this week. If the yen basket keeps going down, we'll see push to the upside, but because of the price action we are seeing, the worst thing we may see is price, coming to trade into this zone that we have here. So that's another thing. If it doesn't range that much, then we will see price trade into this zone somewhere here, and you can see how the fair value cap is just seated inside it. But this is going to be a very wild one. But all we are expecting is there's high tendency AUD/JPY just range this week, while the GBP/JPY runs to its own POI as the C average at the top here. So that is one thing the value flow models will definitely show us, how that a particular asset has to wait for the other one just to do the same price action they are meant to do. All right, so that is that for the market analysis this morning. And remember, our FS Bootcamp training will be coming up live physical class in the city of Abuja next month. All you need to do is just for you to register. And also, let's inform you that the price of our courses is going to change very, very soon. You are going to see the alert on the notification on every of our social media handles. So make sure if you want to enroll for any of our courses, this is the right time to do that, when you can still take the opportunity of the offer on ground, all right, before we have the price change very soon. All right, so this is going to be the end of the market color brought to you by the Value Trading team. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box. Let's quickly attend to it before we call it a day. But if no question, this is going to be the end of the market color for the London session. Remember, the New York session is very, very important. If you truly, all right, thank you, Sorry, thank you, Shim. If you truly want much more than this, you definitely need to join us during the New York session. And today, New York session, we are going to be having some quite discussion on the chat, myself and CJ in the afternoon. So it's what we don't want to miss this afternoon. So let's make sure we are there by 3 p.m. as we take a look at what's happened in the market again. So we meet again by 3 p.m. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. I'm Lee sharing. Cheers and God bless.